Welcome, friends and family. So excited to be here with you today again, right here at our Cookeville Elevate Office as we come into the end of 2025. I want to just start off by wishing you all a very Merry Christmas. I hope that you've got your Christmas gifts ready and that you got your hearts prepared to be able to spend time and invest time with friends and family that we always get to do this time of year. Celebrate the birth of Jesus. I've heard a lot of people say, you know what, I don't really think he was born on December 25th. And to that, I'll say, you know what? I am so glad that we're in a nation that celebrates the birth of Jesus. Whether we hit the day 100% or not, to me, that's a minor. The major is that we actually recognize that the Son of God was born and that we give him that celebration time. And I'm grateful for that. Guys, we are coming to the end of our book right here with John Maxwell's Make Today Count. What a great book. And I had the privilege of sharing on the last chapter, which is about growth. And I think anybody that knows me knows that I love growth. I love to grow. It's something that excites me. It gets me up out of bed. It makes me want to go out there and get things done. I like working towards something every day. I like waking up every day knowing that I'm working to grow into something and to be somebody that hopefully was better than I was a year ago or a week ago. And how do we do that? We do that by consistently applying ourselves to grow in life. And John Maxwell is the growth guru. He is the leadership champion. This man has invested his whole life in teaching and training and leadership and personal growth, and so that we can become better. I feel like so many people just get thrown into leadership positions and don't have any training or any real grooming towards becoming a leader, other than maybe what you've seen the last leader do. And a lot of times they didn't have any training. So I'm so thankful for John Maxwell, so thankful for making today count. And as we talk about the last subject of growth in this book, one of the things that really stood out to me, John said that people have this, what are you dreaming about? What inside are you dying to do? And we get to sit around on Mondays as a small group and we just talk about this chapter. And so we were able to ask that question, like, what's a dream you have? And you know, I found it interesting that I think that even when you're close to people, sometimes we have a hard time expressing our dreams. Sometimes we're a little shy to get that out there and say, this is what I'm dreaming of. This is what I want to do. Now I'm going to ask you, why do you think that is? Hey, what are you dreaming about? What is it inside of you that you're just dying to do? And hopefully you're somewhere off by yourself right now and you can really ponder that thought. But when you're in front of a bunch of people, sometimes you don't want to tell people what that is. And here's why I believe that is. Because you know where you are and you know where you want to go, and that gap in between can be significantly large. And so it's a little embarrassing, right? I was able to share mine with the team on Monday, and mine has been for over 5 years now. 700 to 1,000 well cared for, trained, and equipped team members within our Elevate community, within our Elevate umbrella. And what that's going to look like, you know, I just felt like the Lord gave me that about 5 years ago after leaving a John Maxwell conference in Orlando. There was a bonus day, and I stayed for the bonus day, and I was really praying. I was like, God, what do you want from me? And I felt like he told me then, 700 to 1,000 well cared for, trained, and equipped team members. And that was a big deal. I was excited. But then after you've been doing like what I've been doing for 4 or 5 years, and you look around the room and you may have 14 people that you're grown to, it really makes you kind of like, man, is this real? Like, you know, is this even doable? So you get shy. You don't want to say it out loud. But I want to tell you guys this. Your real friends, the people that really care about you, and you always hear, you know, don't tell your dream to small-minded people. But I'm going to say this, that your real people that really care about you, they want to know your dreams. They want to know what you want to accomplish. And I'm so thankful for the team that I get to be a part of, because this is a team that's going to help us get to that vision. And you know, when God gives you something, when you download it in your GPS, you never know exactly how you're going to get there, what that's going to look like. So we don't have to have it all mapped out. We don't have to have it all prepared. But we do need to have a chief aiming place, a place that we wake up and we're driving towards every day. And yes, you know, it's like I told the team on Monday, I was like, guys, Here's where I am. Here's where I want us to be. But there's this huge gap. Am I good enough to get here? No, I'm not. Not today. The reality is, if I was that good, I'd already be there. The fact is I'm not. The fact is that there's a big gulf between where I'm at and where I want to be. That's called vision, by the way. And we need to have a big vision for our life, or be a part of a bigger vision than just ourselves. We had the honor, Duke Davis and I had the honor to go into Nashville to the Greatness Factory, and we heard Price Pritchard speak the other night, and he talked about quantum leaps. And Duke reminded us that in a quantum leap, it's got to be bigger than you. It can't be a quantum leap if you can do it all by yourself. To make a quantum leap, to really jump from to make a significant leap, it's got to be big. So I want to just encourage you today, guys. Enjoy the journey. From here to there, enjoy the journey. But thankfully, wake up every day with a cheap aiming place, a place you want to go, a destination and a place where you want to be. And work to get there and find your tribe. The people are going to come along beside you, encourage and support you, help you up when you fall down, because it's not going to be an easy journey. It's going to be hard. So pack your lunch. Get ready to go. Hike. Get in shape. I'm not good enough to be where I want to be today. But the cool thing is I'm working every day to get there, and that's what growth is. Growth is the gap between here to there. And I'm excited about being able to grow into that person that can actually be in that leadership role of 700 to 1,000 well cared for, trained, and equipped team members within our Elevate community. And what's that look like, guys? That may be we're working now on starting a property management company within Elevate. We're considering partnering to start an Elevate construction company. So these things can look so much different than when you first start. But the thing is, and I've heard this and I'm sure you all have as well, you don't got to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So don't wait. Start today. Bring out those dreams. Bring them out. Don't be embarrassed. Share them with people that really care about you. And then start working to get there. And be okay with that gap. Don't be overwhelmed by it. Don't think, oh my goodness, that's too much. Embrace that gap. You've got a lifetime to work at it. Now, I want to end by saying this. At the end of these chapters, he asked questions. One of the questions he asked was, what's one thing that you can do to intentionally grow daily? And here's what came to my mind. I could, every day, look for a life lesson that, as I pay attention, as I walk through my day, look for a life lesson, then take my phone and video that lesson that day. So today I learned this. Keep your verticals vertical. Me and Lucas were talking about it earlier. So I can take out my phone. I can say, here's a lesson I learned today. If you want to take a straight picture, keep your verticals vertical, meaning know where that straight spot is and stay focused on what that straight spot. So every day I could video a learning lesson. And these are things I could have for the rest of my life. And if it's any good, maybe I upload it to Facebook and share it with others. John Maxwell does a Minute with Maxwell every day. He puts out a quick video, talks about a word of the day, and he'll go on about it. So my challenge to you, my encouragement to you, coming out at the end of 2025 and starting 2026, what's one thing that you could work on every day to grow just a little bit? It doesn't have to be a huge growth, just a little bit every day. If you grew incrementally at 1% a day, just to get a little better every day, a little sharper every day. If you went out and you hit that tree with an axe every day in the same spot, well, that's 365 times better at the end of the year. So that's how we get the growth. It doesn't have to be overnight growth, but it has to be intentional daily growth. All right, I hope this had some value to you. If it does, please like and share. Thank you all very much. Again, we wish you a very Merry Christmas here at Elevate. Thank you.